believe there should be anywhere from $1 billion to $150 billion worth of gold throughout this entire system.
The Americana treasure map supposedly marks the location for a secret bounty of gold buried beneath black sand in the desert of San Bernardino County. Since its publication back in 1952, no one has actually laid claim to the loot, which some say could be worth $1 trillion. LA Times reporter Daniel Miller went out on a treasure hunt of his own to see if there is any truth to the legend. He spoke to Amrit Singh.
Daniel, expedition here. So exciting. Thanks for being with us.
Oh, this was a fun one, so I'm happy to talk about it.
Yeah, quite a journey. And these rumors kind of date back in a way to this miner in the 1930s named Earl Dorr, right?
That's right. So Earl Dorr was a miner, something of an enigma, and he made a claim in 1934, after doing some exploring, that there was a huge, huge mother lode of gold beneath Mount Coco Wee. Mount Coco Wee is near the border with Nevada, on the eastern side of California. And he spent several days out there, according to a written statement he made. And he came across an underground tidal river. And when its water receded, it revealed black sand rich in gold. And this was a sensation among the treasure hunting community when he made this claim, and it really reverberated over the years.
And I'm about to make you a lot of people's best friend because you acquired a copy of this map. Tell us when and how.
Sure. So I bought this map in 2019, and I am not a treasure hunter, but I do collect maps. You can see some of them. I really kind of got lost in the story that this map told. It had all of these interesting shipwrecks and lost mines where there was, innumerable treasures to be found. And the treasure at Mount Coco Wee is listed on the map, and it was really the only local location in Southern California where you might find treasure. And I got to wondering, who made this map and why.
Yeah, and there's this Hollywood feel to this whole search for gold, and there's a Hollywood connection as to who published this map, right?
That's right. So this map was published in 1952 by a man named John D. Lawrence. Now, Lawrence was kind of a Renaissance man, and one of his pursuits was acting. One of his early credits, he appeared in Of Mice and Men in 1939. And mostly served as a background actor throughout his career. He did other things too. He was a chauffeur, he was a Hollywood executive, and of course, a map maker. And that's really what I was interested in.
Yeah, and you had to take this map out for a spin yourself. So you went to go check out whether the map was authentic, and of course, maybe you'd find some gold along the way. Tell us about your experience when you head out there.
That's right. So I talked to some of Lawrence's family members. These were nieces and nephews. And they told me he was a bit of a treasure hunter in his own right, and that he spent a lot of time in the desert. Now, Coco Wee is in a desert, and it's not too far from LA. And that's where I wanted to go. And I was lucky enough that members of a mining company called Coco Wee Inc. said, come on out and bring some boots, and we'll take you underneath the mountain. It's filled with all sorts of tunnels and caverns. And we were in the dark, the only illumination from our headlamps. And, we walked through these tunnels and, spoiler alert, we did not find $1 trillion worth of gold, but we had a great time.
Tell us about your guide.
So my guide into the caverns of Coco Wee was a man named Steve Biziak, sort of a no-nonsense explorer who actually lives out at the site near Mount Coco Wee. And he was the one who led us into those tunnels. And, at one point we were walking past this deep, dark chasm, and he said, something to the effect of, you want to venture down there? There might actually be water at the bottom. I did not go down that dark hole, but I appreciated, what I guess I'd say is a wry sense of humor.
Again, I'm just reminded of a movie and all the characters you might meet along the way. And there is an 84-year-old who figures heavily in your search for this gold, right?
That's right. So Larry Hahn is the head of Coco Wee Inc., and he has been searching for gold out in the desert for decades and decades. And I met Larry out near Coco Wee, and he's the one who told me that he believes there's $1 trillion worth of gold beneath that mountain. And if they find it, he's going to build a resort out by Coco Wee, and it's going to have a high-speed train that'll take you from Coco Wee to Las Vegas in a blink of an eye.
Wow. Well, here we go. This is the time for the possible party poopers. You didn't find any gold, but what did the geologists say? Is it possible?
So I am sorry to say that there are naysayers out there. They are geologists, and what they say is that there's no gold beneath Mount Coco Wee. It's interesting to note that actually Coco Wee was mined many decades ago for zinc ore. So it's not as if the mountain hasn't had some sort of treasure to give, but some of the experts say there's no gold to be found. The people at Coco Wee Inc. who are still looking, they're not deterred by that, and they're going to keep their search up.
Even if we don't find the thing we're looking for, it's the process along the way that makes us richer. Thank you so much, Dana, for bringing your reporting today and this amazing story.
Thanks for having me.